Okay, everybody, short little clip here now to show how we change the wheel on the E-ZSharp system. 7 or 8 inch model is going to be the same. We'll move the dressing arm assembly out of the way and take off the thumb screws there that hold the cover plate onto the housing assembly. So when we take the cover plate off, that's going to expose the upper flange washer. There you can see the upper flange washer, and there's three bolts that hold the wheel onto the spindle. And our spindle is just a super precision engineered spindle, very accurate, really. It's the way to attach the wheel to the shaft, not directly to the shaft. You want it on a spindle for accuracy. So we just loosen up those bolts, remove the upper flange washer, and from there we'll be able to take off the wheel. There we're taking the white wheel off. Again, 60, 70, 80 grit. Super nice wheel, pretty aggressive wheel. We're putting on a pink wheel. Again, that's a 60, 70, 80 grit also. Those particles are a little bit harder, more of a general purpose wheel. Notice we give it the ring test before we put it on. We don't want to hear any thud. We want to hear a nice little ring. So we put the wheel on to the spindle now, and then we're going to take the upper flange washer with the 3 bolts and secure it. Now, again, these bolts are just going to be put on snug, not tight, just snug. Don't horse anything on the E-ZSharp system. That screw gun is set to a very low setting. Again, they're just snug. They are not tight. Okay. Now we're just going to put the cover plate back on, secure it with the thumb screws there. And then as the wheel starts to wear down, as you dress it more and more, the wheel's going to get smaller. So to compensate for that, on the left-hand side there is the T-bolt. When we loosen the T-bolt on the left-hand side there, that's going to loosen the entire housing. So the whole housing will be able to move forward and backwards. So again, as the wheel gets smaller, you're going to want to move the housing back. The other nice thing about this is it only exposes 10% of the wheel, which is a real nice feature. So the other thing is when we're traveling, it's not a bad idea to move that housing all the way forward to cover as much of the wheel as possible. So whenever you have the housing assembly in the position you want, then just go ahead and, again, snug the T-bolt up. Don't tighten it, just snug it. That's kind of a recap then about how to change the wheels and also how the housing assembly can move forward and backwards.